Hello everypony! Today we're going to be doing something I've been very hyped about doing for the last couple of weeks. I hope you guys are going to be hyped about it once I tell you what it is too. We are going to be making Littlest Pet Shop toys into humans. Littlest Pet Shop is a toy brand that sells adorable tiny animals that are all unique. I'm actually pretty surprised this hasn't been done a lot more than it has been, especially since there are so many different types of LPS that you could do. The only video I could find where someone was doing something kind of similar to what I'm doing was from like a year ago, so I think that's kind of strange and kind of cool a little bit. I'm doing something that's not the most popular. I think that's really cool. But yeah, now that I've yapped enough for the intro, let's get right into the video. LPS 358. Okay, so all of these characters are the way they are purely because the vibe I got off of their toy versions. It won't be as noticeable in the other ones because I give like clear examples on what inspired what in the LPS design versus the human design. But this one, this guy specifically was very just purely vibes. This LPS was very easy for me to design because it reminds me like just so much of my friend Graham, who's really into LPS. Like when I saw this, I was like, oh, so that's Graham. No, that's not Graham. That's Alex. Let's name him Alex. I decided this character's name is Alex because they seem pretty non-binary to me. I imagine them just being a really chill person who just like collects little trinkets, like little charms and bracelets and like mood rings and little plushies that are like super duper tiny, stuff like that, you know? And I think that this character would be a little bit shy when first getting to meet people. I don't know why, like I said, just going purely off of vibes. And yeah, but once they got to know you, they would definitely give you trinkets. Like whether you ask for them or not, you will get trinkets that you enjoy. That's the only problem being friends with this person, with Alex, because Alex will always give you trinkets and they'll always be the best trinkets ever. The colors I used on Alex were inspired by the colors on the LPS, obviously, specifically the eyes and fur. I saw a picture when I first started designing this character. I saw a picture of this LPS with darker fur, and that's the fur color I got for the hair and like the other darker aspects of the design. But that was a picture that I shouldn't have used for reference because apparently it's an outlier, because this LPS is a lot lighter than the colors I used for the human design. So I learned my lesson from then on, and I just used pictures that were like properly lit up. But for this design, that's why the colors might seem just a little bit off, just a little bit off. And since green and brown go so well together, I thought it made sense to have like the darker brown and the green, you know? I don't know. LPS 1324. So this character's name is Linda with a Y. Me and my partner came up with that after talking about it, and I think it really suits her. So I came up with their names after I designed them as fully realized people. So it both made it a little bit harder and easier than I would have liked it to come up with names. Like harder in the sense that I have no idea what name to go with, and easier in the fact that, okay, I didn't have to do the names first. But I decided that her name was Linda with a Y because of Bob's Burgers and the personality that this human LPS has, in my opinion. So her personality reminds me a lot of Linda from Bob's Burgers, like the drunk wine aunt type. Even though she's a drunk wine mom in the show, this Linda would be a drunk wine aunt and not a mom like Linda from Bob's Burgers would be. Mostly because I don't see this character having children, like at all. She seems like a party girl, because of course party girls always wear eyeshadow, duh. The eyeshadow is actually what inspired the design for the most part, but that was a joke. Eyeshadow is for everyone. Just, it reminded me a lot of partying, like the specific color and the shine, the way the eyeshadow did. That's just why. So I also added dots to the skirt that I gave her to represent the pattern on the Littlest Pet Shop toy, and the long skirt itself I was hoping would like read as like a caterpillar body a little bit. Like I don't want her to look like a caterpillar, but I wanted it to give like caterpillar vibes by not showing her feet, you know what I mean? Just because the skirt is covering the feet, I think it does give the vibe I wanted without making her look like a caterpillar, so I think that's good. And the last design aspect I'll talk about her, and my favorite design aspect, is the little kiss mark on her cheek. I think that is so cute, and when I first designed her character, I didn't even realize that she had that on her toy version. So when I found that out, her personality was like set in stone once I found that out. Like, she's a flirt. She's flirty. She drinks wine, she's very sweet to children, and she's flirty. That's her. That's Linda. Yeah, I hope you all liked her because she was one of my favorites. They're all my favorites, but she was one of my favorites. LPS 491. Last but certainly not least, meet Mabel. The biggest inspiration for her design was her eyes and how big and expressive they are, which, I mean, makes sense. Like, if you look at this LPS, you just have to feel that they're very cutesy. Like, their eyes and the eyeliner around their eyes, their lashes, oh my gosh, they're just so cutesy pie! Oh my gosh, they're just so cute! So that's where most of the design choices came from her eyeballs. That's where the design choices came from. The eyes really just made me imagine like a little girl, and that's what I went with when I designed her. So the pattern on the LPS's face reminded me a lot of vitiligo, so I gave our Mabel some vitiligo, and I think it turned out super cute. I love vitiligo, I think it's gorgeous, and I thought it would suit her because of that. When I was designing her specifically, I tried my best to take smaller aspects of the LPS's and like see how I could twist them into their human designs. So I tried doing that a lot more with her, and I don't know if I succeeded, but I'll explain what I tried to do. I added her a bow on the front of her dress, and I added her afro puffs to her head to represent her ears and fur fluffiness as well. I really like how Mabel turned out, I think, and not just because she reminds me of my OC Leto because of the hair. That's definitely not the only reason, and you can't prove me wrong. You can't prove that in a court of law, so just back off. So yeah, this was one of the most fun videos I've ever made on this channel, and I'm so excited for my next video as well. I hope you all enjoyed this one as much as I did, because I really enjoyed this one. Comment down below, do you want to see me do more of these? Do you want to see videos where I redesign other things? Comment down below if you do and what you want me to. Thank you so much for watching, like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you all next time. Bye!